Hey everybody, welcome to Geekoholics Anonymous, episode 212. I'm your host Rico, here with my co-host
Dane Cody.
Dane Cody and I get together once a week, talk about video games, TV, movies, and or whatever the hell we like. Primarily video games. Dane, how are you, my friend?
Good. You notice I was trying to get in the Rick sigh at the beginning. I don't know if you're sighing before the show, like, oh, fuck, we have to do another one of these, or if it's like a...
No, I'm breathing
you're breathing in. And you're just like, okay, I need to get all the oxygen in my lungs.
I gotta get a big breath for the intro because I don't want to breathe in the middle of it.
Okay.
But I edit that out so no one hears that except for you every week.
Oh.
So you ruined the allure.
That's how the sausage gets made, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. It's not a very pretty sausage.
No,
but
it's
it
not.
Tastes
I'm looking
damn
at it.
Good.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, old listeners, new listeners, just
Welcome
anyone listening,
everybody.
period. Usually we start off the show with our BS section, which we are knee-deep in right now. I'll get to a little bit of house cleaning here in a second. Then we get into our what you've been playing section. Sorry, this is mess it up a little. This is our rundown of what to expect with our fabulous episode or our podcast. Yeah, we usually start with some what you've been playing, where we talk about obviously the games we've been addicted to the last little while. Get into some news and stuff. The news, and then public service announcements and free for all section, where this week we'll be talking about Spider-Man: Far From Home because we've both seen it finally.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
BS, I got nothing. It was a weekend. Just a bunch of shit going on around my house.
Played a bunch of video games. It's a long weekend for me. I took Friday off. I took Friday off and played video games all day. It was glorious.
I saw that. I saw you playing Bloodstained on Saturday every time I logged into Discord.
Yeah, man. It was nice. It was American Independence Day on the Thursday, so we went down to the water in White Rock there and watched the fireworks, had a nice dinner.
Oh yeah, are those the Blaine fireworks or Seattle? Like
the Blaine fireworks.
Yeah. Are they actually pretty impressive for such a tiny place?
They're surprisingly good.
That's hilarious.
It's like
they're probably better than than Victoria's fireworks.
Oh yeah. No, we joke like, that's like their whole budget for feeding the homeless and everything for the whole year right there in their fireworks. Realistically, I have no idea, but yeah, no, it's surprisingly good. You're like, Jesus, like this place has got pretty rad fireworks for like a tiny little city, or town, village. I don't even know like how many people.
Blaine's
live there,
pretty small, like literally, like
it is not big.
Once you cross the border, you blink, you've passed it.
Yep, pretty much. So
I think I've mentioned this before, but like those videos of the July 4th fireworks from airplanes that are landing in random cities. Those are so cool. Like literally everyone goes crazy. That is kind of neat to have that pride.
So back in, what would it have been, 2013? 2012? 2013?
I don't know. One of those years, yeah.
Yeah, one of those years anyways. My wife and I went down to Seattle and we went up to the top of the Space Needle. And we did cool. July 4th up there. And
so yeah, that was the same thing. Just
being up there and
everywhere.
Watching, exactly. So they actually launch fireworks from the Space Needle while you're up there, which is cool. And then on top of that, you're just like for the next several hours, you're just watching like fireworks go off all around you as far as you can see. It's pretty wild. So
nice. Well, hopefully everyone of our American friends had a very good, happy Independence Day.
So I took Friday off originally because we were going to do something.
Want to be American.
And then we decided not to do anything. So it just turned into a great day to just relax and play video games.
Doing nothing is the best thing.
It was so good. I needed it. It was so good.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, let's get into what you've been playing. No. Let's do our house cleaning first before we get into it.
I mean, that is what you said we were going to do.
Yeah. Everybody join our Discord server. If you haven't, it's our offline chat. It's fun. We share deals. We share news. We share jabs. We share terrifying freaking pictures. Jesus Christ. Teacup, what the hell?
Teacup, what the hell, man? I didn't sleep at all last night, so thanks.
I was gonna delete that. I was on the verge of like, that's just no. I don't want to see that.
I might have saved it to send to somebody else. So
oh God!
Down the road, some unassuming
it's really a picture of nothing.
Have no idea, and then all of a sudden they're gonna be like, "I'm gonna be like, yo, dude, boom," and they're gonna be like, "What the?"
It's kind of funny, but like the image is like kind of scary because you just think scary monsters, and it's just like, is this bad? Is it not bad?
I know.
It's just on the. Anyway,
it's great.
The Discord's great. Yep. In any browser, type bit.ly/gap Discord. Whether that's on desktop, they have a fantastic desktop app, or on your mobile devices. It's chat. It's chat rooms. It's voice chat. It's awesome. If you don't use Discord, man, it's so much fun. It's like literally one of my most used and favorite apps across my PCs and my mobile. It's just fun to screw around, and that's where we're offline talking and BSing, and like it blew up today with the Nintendo stuff, which we'll get to later on in the show, and the breaking news, live reactions. So that's always fun. And then of course, if I'm going to say it now until the end, instead of the end of the show. If you're on an Apple device using iTunes or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, whatever the hell they call it now, feel free to leave us a review. We don't ask for much. That'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yay.
Dane.
Yo, what up?
What you been playing?
Dude, I've been sucked into this Bloodstained thing. So I bought it, I started playing it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good, this is fun. And then it's just been, every time I sit down, I'm just like, yeah, I should play Bloodstained. And it's kind of consumed me a bit. I don't want to get into spoilers, but I saw something that gave me a game over screen, which was like, oh, okay, well, clearly I need to look elsewhere for some stuff. So I think I'm at close to 80. It's like 77, 80-ish% of the map has been uncovered for me now. There's a couple pretty wicked items that are got. That game is just really good. I think like we said last week, it feels more like a 2D action RPG with a slight dash of Dark Souls in it, more than like a Metroidvania, if you will. I don't know, I feel like it's so much, there's so much more to it than just like your classic damn Metroidvania. This is the modern Metroidvania. If you played Hollow Knight or whatever, it's the same thing. It's just like the map, and there's more systems. There's so many systems, and the food, and the leveling, and the building, and the this sort of side quest. I mean, I don't really want to call it a quest system because it's not overly complex, but it's it's there, and it adds to they're like monster hunts essentially. Yeah, pretty much. Go find these and kill X-Men of them or whatever. But yeah, no, it's so good, and it runs so good, and it looks so good, and I just want to keep playing it. I do want to finish it, but I don't want to finish it. Does that make sense? That's kind of where I'm at. I'm so close-ish that I'm like, oh, I know I don't have that many more hours. That's where I am. I just beat it. Okay. Yesterday. Great. I'm 99.6%. Of the map uncovered, so I think I've missed a couple hidden rooms. Right. I'm not sure where, but and my game clock was 30 hours, but really I spent a lot of time in the last couple days just kind of farming enemies and materials, because I discovered over the weekend that if you rank up a passive shard to rank 9, it becomes a skill. It becomes like a skill, and it's permanent. So I've got so many permanent skills. I've got 20 or something unlocked. That's awesome. I'm so powerful. I have so many crazy buffs. I've got some really cool power-ups. There was some stuff I didn't even know existed that I unlocked, and
I was like literally just grinding and farming like the last 10 hours because I'm like, well, I know all I have left is essentially the last boss. And I'm just like, I just got to go kill more stuff and get more super powerful. So
that's cool.
And then I ended up beating it. So now I'm in that place where it's like, I got to find that 0.4% and get my 100%.
Right.
And then do I start a new game plus?
Oh, yeah.
And there's a bunch of DLC coming and new playable characters coming. So
right.
I don't know. I might take a break for a little bit because there's always more stuff to play.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Bloodstained's the last week or two now. It's literally taken over like every waking moment.
I will say, because we did touch on this last week, PS4 controller, like 100 times better for the D-pad, man. Yeah. I like normally I use my Xbox One controller because it's here. It's like it's wireless. I've got the Xbox adapter thing, and it works really well. But that D-pad on that controller is so bad. I plugged in my PS4 controller.
It's squishy.
I enabled it in Steam, and like it was just right after that was just like, oh,
you can
like,
use the PS
so much better.
You can use the PS4 one if you have your PC has Bluetooth, right? Wirelessly.
You can. It's a little more of a pain. That's all. You actually have to like download like programs, and you got to enable it, and you got to. The thing that I like is that so my wife was playing on Friday, for example, my wife was playing Diablo 3 on the PS4. So I had one of the controllers that was plugged into my computer that was charging, and I was using it. So then when her controller was dead, she would come in, and I would unplug my controller and give it to her. She'd hit the PlayStation button, and it was still just auto-sync back to the TV. Yeah. And I would take her controller, and that was dead, and I would just plug it in, and it would start charging, and then I would just be able to use it.
You'd just be able to play. That's funny.
So that's the nice thing about not using the Bluetooth.
Gaming pit stop.
Pretty much. So by not using Bluetooth, I don't have to unpair it from my PS4 and repair it. So... and for me, at least, my computer is so close that I have it uses the same charging
it's okay to use
cord that I use to charge my wireless headset. So I have one right here anyways. So it worked out really well in my case. But you can absolutely hook it up via Bluetooth. It's just that then you have to download like specific drivers, and it's a little bit more involved is all.
Yeah, I have the dongle as well, so I just use a Xbox One controller. I use the analogs, which don't always make for the most precise control in that game, but
it just felt weird when I was trying to use the analogs. I didn't like it.
It's fine once you get used to it. But yeah,
but man,
the PS4 controller
using the PS4 controller was like a dream. It was great. I
thought about it for like a whole like half a second, and then I was like, oh, that means I got to get up and walk across the room and grab PS4 controller, and I'm like, that's way too much work.
Oh, I know, right? First world problems.
So yeah, Bloodstained's amazing. Go get it. Oh my god, it's awesome. I can't wait for the DLC. Actually, I was contemplating buying the DLC they have right
season's
now.
Pass or whatever. Oh, is there actually
no? It's not a season's pass.
What is
it? There's 13 pieces of content that are coming for free.
Right.
But right now there's the Iga boss DLC. So I think it's an extra boss and maybe a little section, but that was like a Kickstarter backer thing.
Oh, okay.
So if you didn't kickstart it, you could buy that DLC. It's just kind of pricey, and I think it's tiny, so I don't know if it's really worth $12 because that's literally like a quarter or a third of the price of the game, depending on what you paid.
Yeah, that's fair. No, hopefully I'll have a chance this weekend to close it up and finish it. At least, you know.
Yeah, you're real close.
Yeah.
Like, you could beat it in one more sitting. Literally, you're probably like me. It's just you're finding stuff that
totally like the last few hours
cleanup, right?
I've honestly just been like, you know, I got one of the abilities that allowed me to get to places before, and yeah, exactly. And so I've spent the last like few hours, probably at least 1 or 2 hours, probably just fucking around. Like, oh, I wonder what was over here. Oh, look at this chest. Oh, look at these chests. So yeah, get me back on track. And
I use I'm just gonna talk about what setup I got going on right now. I was able to craft the blue rose sword.
Okay.
Stacked with the optimizer skill.
for the sword.
Yeah, optimizer is for all weapons. It increases attack speed.
Oh, right.
So
okay. Yeah.
That shard's really awesome. So I made it permanent. And I made sword expertise permanent.
Right.
And I also have sword expertise equipped.
Okay.
I do a lot of damage. I'm like over 300 on my like attack or whatever.
That's wild.
But yeah, that's a dope sword that I crafted. And I could swing it super fast. And I'm using a shard for my right trigger, Riga Doheen, I think is how she says it. Basically, she sends out a fireball. Mm-hmm. I think it's about half the screen's width, maybe a little more, like, or distance-wise. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like a throbbing, like, fireball that's like the size of her. And it's a dot that lasts for like ever because I have it fully ranked up.
Oh, interesting.
So it just does massive damage. And then another ability I use or shard that I'm using is Welcome Party.
Right.
Which is like basically it's like a shield of like those ghost portraits you see everywhere. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's a shield of like 6 or 8 of them that go around you and
give
you awesome cover. And they do like ongoing damage. They eventually shatter and break.
Right.
But they'll hit an enemy. So like if you're close to an enemy, your sword, that, and the other spell just stacks like so crazy damage.
That's awesome. I'm using a spear right now. That's pretty rad. It's like a fire spear.
I had a spear for a little while. One that like extended across the whole screen.
I had one like
ability.
that. I had like a staff like that. Right now I've just got like a wicked. It's like almost like a trident. It's like a fire trident. It's kind of badass. So, it's cool because it does obviously like spear damage, but then it does fire damage on top of that. So depending on the enemy, it can really like wreck shop.
I think the blue rose is ice damage.
Yeah,
there's so many weapons. Like, I haven't even used most of the weapons. Like I think I have like 50 weapons in my inventory.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Maybe used a quarter of them, and most of them are kind of unique because they have like the special abilities that require like Street Fighter-esque like button inputs.
Like half circle A and back forward and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of neat, actually.
It is cool.
Wow. Oh, what was I going to say? There's dang it! It was like right there.
Weapons, guns, weapons, damage.
It was totally
magic.
talking. It was about weapons. Dang it! It's gone. I don't know where it went.
It's gone.
I know.
Like a fart in the wind.
Exactly. I just went out my window.
Well,
chances are we'll be in the middle of something else and it'll pop back in my brain and I'll be like, oh, that's what it was.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Moving along. Bloodstained's dope. Go buy it. Play it.
It is.
Except for wait for the Switch version.
Yeah, don't buy the Switch version. Buy one of the other ones. The Switch one seems bad right now.
Speaking of Switch, let's switch it to mobile.
What?
I played Dr. Mario World on my cell phone, probably as did most people.
I didn't.
It came out a day early, man. It was supposed to come out today, and it came out yesterday.
I know. I'm still scared of these stupid touch controllers, man. You keep telling me that it's okay, but I don't know.
It's just dragging your stupid finger.
Yeah, but like, how do you spin them and stuff? Like,
you tap it. It doesn't like instantly fall or anything. Well, rise because it's going up.
If you swipe it, does it go fast? No.
You can essentially drag it right to where you want to place it.
Oh, okay.
It slowly moves, and you can tap it. So, like, if you need to make adjustments, it's Dr. Mario, probably with a little more puzzle aspect to it. There's a little overworld. There's stages. There's items. There's all kinds of bullshit cell phone mechanics. I haven't got
their like you.
No, it's just a free one with the
so
pay.
It's not one of their like free to start or whatever.
No, it's not like Mario Run. It's got your pretty classic mobile type mechanics. It's not energy, but hearts. The first like world, I believe, like the first 20 stages, you've got an unlimited amount of. Is it energy or hearts? I think they call it hearts. Yeah, they're hearts, but hearts.
It's essentially your energy, right?
Yeah, they get you play time. Like you can even like buy 60 minutes of infinite play.
Right.
But this first section of the game, I believe, is just unlimited because it's like the intersection where they're unlocking stuff, like versus play, other doctors. I think at some point you get to choose like between Bowser, Mario, and Peach.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So forth. They have different abilities.
Wait, Bowser, Mario,
or Peach.
Okay, sorry. You said it like the way it came out of your mouth. It sounded like it was one word, and it was like Bowser Mario. I was like,
yeah, Bowser Mario, man.
Like,
yeah,
like I could see like a Dr. Bowser, but like a Bowser Mario
is the missing Mario brother. Bowser Mario.
Like Mario like killed Bowser and like ate him, and now he's like, you know,
brother to Mario.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Cool.
I don't know who. Did they ever say who or what Mario's last name is?
It's Mario.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Because my daughter asked me for some strange reason.
Yeah, they like came out and then like said
what's
that.
Mario's last name? And I'm like, I don't know. Mario.
Like,
but I couldn't remember because I remember it coming up in the news like a year or two ago, I guess.
Because it's Luigi Mario, right? Because it's the Mario brothers. Hence, that's their last name. So it's Luigi Mario and Mario.
You're pretty certain on this? Like
Like, I mean, we can both Google it by all means. Like, okay, here we go. What is Mario's? Well, look at that; it's right there. Did you know that he has a last name as well? Mario's full name is Mario.
Yeah, that's that was a couple years ago.
Miyamoto apparently stated that Mario's full name is Mario. As for Luigi, he's Luigi Mario. So there you go.
Nintendo everything says.
Yep. September 14th, 2015.
The Nintendo authority right there.
Yep.
Straight out of Miyamoto's mouth. Okay, good. So, well, I didn't want to hear anyone say you were wrong about that. What can I say? It's Dr. Mario. Sorry, I'm getting back on track here. But it's not Dr. Mario. It's a little different. Obviously, people are like, oh, but the pills go up. And I'm like, when I was playing it, I'm like, of course the pills go up. Because if they went down, your fat effing hand would be in the way. And that would be super annoying. So it makes sense from a gameplay mechanic that they go up.
Okay, that's good. So at least they put some thought into it. It wasn't just like...
It's got the little remixes on the classic little Dr. Mario tunes, which are, like, let's be honest, is the best part of Dr. Mario. Like, Dr. Mario's good, but it ain't no Tetris. But what makes Dr. Mario awesome is that freaking... the tunes, the Fever tune and the other tune from Dr. Mario are so good.
Yeah, the music is pretty rad.
The games aren't terrible. Like, Dr. Mario's just fine. I like Tetris better, personally.
We have a Nintendo 64 at the office with Dr. Mario on it.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, when we've, at the end of a day or whatever, we'll do a 4-player Dr. Mario. It's fun.
Nice.
It's, like you said, it's not, it isn't Tetris, but it is still fun. So
it seems all right. Will I play it much longer? I doubt it. I'll probably get past the intro stuff and be like, I'm good. Whatever.
Later, itches.
It's not terrible.
I just installed it. I'll give it a shot this weekend and see if it's got any sticking power for me.
Yeah, it's just fine. I don't think it'll have much sticking power for me. I'm pretty sure I'll bounce off it in a few days after I do the intro and get to the the brick walls that stop you from playing. And
they want your money. They want
I'm good.
Your money.
And
I'm still on the stupid Harry Potter train right now.
Yeah,
I'm still playing that with the wife.
I haven't launched that.
I swear something has changed though recently, because up until like a few days ago when I opened it at home, there was almost always like something that would be around me, like like I'd open the app and like there would be
a foundable
something
nearby.
would appear or there would be something on the ground, or like it would just be something. And like, what was it, on Friday? I must have opened the app because I didn't really leave the house on Friday, but I must have opened the app throughout the day, I don't know, 6 maybe 7 times, and not a single thing dropped like all day.
That seems like something's broken.
I know, it was really weird. And then and ever since then, it's like certain areas, like especially like my house here, doesn't seem like fucking jack shit is ever dropping here anymore. So like I've almost stopped opening it home because like there doesn't seem to be any point anymore. So I don't know if like they made like a change on the back end
that's not a good way to get people to keep playing your game.
No, it's a good way to get people to stop playing your game.
Yeah, kind of like losing people's save progress. Like that's another definite way of getting people to stop playing your stupid game.
Yeah.
Elder Scroll Blades, I'm talking to you.
Yep, that's a quick way to get them to uninstall and be like, fuck that shit. I'm still playing it. It's still neat. I still enjoy it. The event, so they've kind of got like the event going on right now, which is kind of cool. We'll see. Some of the more annoying of the free-to-play trappings are starting to grate on me a little more than I thought they would.
They're rearing their ugly head.
Well, like, in Pokemon Go, like my bag,
Pokemon Go.
You had X amount of space in your bag.
Yeah. Then
but I didn't
buy more space.
Yeah, but I always felt like, I don't know, there was only so many things in your bag. Like there's a couple of lures, there was a bit of stuff that you would put in there, but ultimately, I don't know, I didn't feel like there was that many things that you'd stick in there. And after a while, like you kind of realize like what you wanted and what you didn't and things.
There's a lot of things you can stick in there, my friend.
Yeah, you're probably right. Especially now that I'm thinking back about it, there's like lures.
My inventory in Pokemon Go is 1,100 items.
Wow, you've given them some fucking money.
No. That's
just all the free coins
I just earned from taking over the gym at my work all the time.
Oh, that's funny. So like that is one of those things that because you've got like potions and because you've got all of the like things for your spells,
potions,
and all the things
revive,
for your...
oh yeah, the Harry Potter stuff. That seems like they had like
there's
a lot.
Just
seems like there was more.
Much. Oh, there
seemed like there was a lot more.
And so like I slammed into the 200.
Oh yeah, I hit it, and I barely played the game
within like 2 days, and I was like, so now it's just this annoying thing of like, okay, well, in order to, like, say, for example, if I'm going to do the daily challenge, it's like one of the things is like picking up an item off the ground or another one is brewing a potion.
But you have no space for any of these fucking items.
Exactly. So I brew a potion and then I can't pull it into my inventory unless I throw one away. So it's like, it just seems fucking stupid that I'm brewing potion,
But then they want too much for you to expand your storage space.
Yeah. Well,
you don't really want to waste the currency to do it.
It doesn't. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is there's my inventory, and then there's also my potion bag, and then there's also my your spell energy. So there's like 3 areas that you can increase stuff in, and it's like, and all of them are anywhere between like 150 or 200 coins, which is like, I don't know what the exact like exchange rate from real money to coins is, but I know that it's more than it should be. How's that? Like that, and like I don't have a ton of coins, but like I have a few. I think I'm up to like a little over 300 coins that I've gotten just sort of organically in the game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like to just throw 200 of those away on 30.
That doesn't seem like a very good conversion.
That's what I mean. Like, if it was 50 even, I would be like, okay, 50 extra slots in my bag. Like, that's kind of okay. That's better. But 30? It just seems cheap. Like,
Was it 200?
You start at 200.
No, how many coins was it?
200 coins.
Yeah, that's what it costs in Pokemon Go, but you get 50.
Right.
And you earn 50 if you have one of your Pokemon in a gym. For a day, you earn 50.
Okay.
And there's a 50 coin limit on gym guarding in Pokemon Go, which is kind of lame. Like, because I had a Pokemon stuck in a gym in Hawaii for like a week before someone took over that gym.
Right.
And I was literally back from the vacation.
Right.
And it's like, earned 50 coins, max limit. And I'm like, really?
I mean, that kind of sounds awesome because, like, you're, just.
But he defended that shit for a week. He should have got 50 coins times 7.
Oh, you're saying per day?
Yeah, like there's a max.
Okay.
Like he can only earn 50. Like what?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that
so
is
like
shitty.
you can plant like 10 Pokemon in 10 gyms, but if they all get knocked out in the same day, 50 coins.
Right.
But over 10 days, if one of them gets knocked out at a time, you can 50 a day, 50 a day, 50 a day.
Right.
But not 10 times 50 in one day or 10 times 50 over several days, depending on how long. Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Got you. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it's still fun, and it's like there is so much more depth there, just in the game in general than there is in Pokemon Go. Like, but I don't know. We'll see if the free to play trappings annoy me to the point where I'm just like,
Sounds like it's getting close.
But we'll see.
I have no one to play with, and my wife doesn't play it. So
and my wife, like, we're gonna be going downtown this weekend.
Yeah, see, that'd be fun.
And so, like, I know that
there'll be tons of stuff.
Totally, and I know I'm gonna have to pack like an extra battery because
you're gonna have to expand that inventory.
Oh, that is the other thing I will say, man. I swear this destroys my battery more than Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah? I haven't noticed.
It's bad. Yeah. Yeah. Part of it is, like, my phone has a really high resolution screen and the battery's not overly huge, which normally isn't a huge problem. But I do notice it when I'm, like, playing games for hours on end, especially, like, obviously the Pokemon Go stuff. So... or that type of game where it's using, all those trappings with your GPSs and everything else. So,
yeah.
So,
I think that's enough for mobile games for now.
Yeah.
Not real games. We shouldn't be talking about them. Sheesh.
Shut your face hole. Marvel's Superhero is definitely a real game.
I've been playing
Quest, by the way. Marvel's Puzzle Quest.
That's a good game. I've been playing
if any of our listeners are playing that, by the way, little plug here, let me know, and you can join my alliance, and we can fucking kick some ass, because I had a bunch of friends in my alliance, and we were all doing cool, Rick, and then they all, like, fucked off and left, and so now I don't have anybody cool in my alliance. So, let me know. Hit me up.
Pokemon's the only stupid mobile game, and it's a terrible mobile game that has managed to keep my attention.
Which I don't understand, because it's not a good mobile game.
No, it's terrible. It's just because I can get the Pokemon and bring it into the real game.
Is that all it is?
That's all it is. It's just like I'm collecting them because I'm going to be able to import them into the newer games, just like I pretty much completed the Pokédex with the help of playing this game. It's all it is. But I hate the game so much. But anyway, let's stop talking about it.
You have a problem.
Yeah, I have a lot of problems, Dane. I have a lot of problems. This is one of the very few problems I have. Mario Maker update. I'm still playing it. I'm about 60% through the campaign. I have not touched any created levels from users or made a level. I just don't care.
Get on that shit. It's right there in the name. Super Mario Maker.
I'm having fun playing the campaign because it's fantastic. And
all right.
Stupid Bloodstained, but now I beat Bloodstained, so now I can play some more Mario Maker 2.
I know I need to finish Bloodstained so I can get back to Dauntless.
Yeah. Yeah, with that being said, that's what we've been playing. Let's get into some news and stuff, Dane. The news. God damn it, mobile games again. Capcom.
Tell me you're not playing this.
No, you know what? I actually downloaded it though, but I forgot to play it. Capcom-themed card battle game Teppen, now available for iOS and Android. 8 heroes from the Capcom universe are bound by fate. Yeah, this came out.
So is this just Capcom heroes in this game?
Yeah, it's just Capcom franchise. It's a card battler. I believe it's sort of like a Hearthstone. I heard the card art is pretty nice.
Right.
But I haven't played it, so I don't really have much to say besides this just came out of nowhere. It's from Gung. Is it Gung Ho?
Gung Ho. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the Puzzle and Dragon guys.
Yeah, I tried to play Puzzle and Dragon for a while. They're way too hardcore with their weird free to play gotcha, level this up, then level that up, and then these two combine to level that up, and like I don't know. I tried to play Puzzle and Dragons for a while, and it just was so all over the place with this and that. I never knew. I don't know. It was not for me. I like the actual puzzle part of it was like really good and quite fun, but like it was like everything around it that I was just like, this is too complex, and I don't know, not for me. So like,
I put the icon on my home screen so I won't forget to play it, because I installed it the day it came out.
Right.
And then
interesting.
I'll blame Bloodstained.
Solo play, ranked match, Grand Prix.
Yeah, this sounds like you play through each of the heroes' stories. It looks kind of neat from the little trailer they released. Well, I'll play it in the coming days and have more to say about it next week.
So is there only 10 heroes to start?
I thought
so they got a list of...
it said 8.
Ryu, Chun-Li, Rathalos, Nergiganti from Monster Hunter, Mega Man X, Morrigan. Morrigan is only one word. Dante and Albert Wesker, with more to be added later.
Yeah, there's only 8.
It does not seem like a lot for a card battle game.
Yeah, Hearthstone didn't have a lot of
I guess,
heroes.
You know what? You're right. Those are like heroes, and then of course you have... I was thinking cards. Like 8 cards. I'm like, man, there's only 8 cards. That's a weird game. So
yeah, okay. I meant to try it. It looked kind of cool.
Yeah,
and I like the Capcom franchises.
I know. I like all those too.
I hope it just doesn't have terrible mobile crap.
Oh, I guarantee you it's got terrible mobile crap.
I guess that's the thing. Your mobile game, you gotta have terrible mobile crap.
Yeah, apparently.
Terrible mobile craps.
Oh, well.
Moving along.
Yep.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's lightsaber has been changed after very fair criticism.
Interesting.
The new design has a different color and shape. I guess after they unveiled it at EA, a lot of people were like, that lightsaber doesn't seem very impressive, and this and that or something. Yada, yada. People cried. A solid blue hue rather than a white core.
I have mixed feelings about this stuff.
Lightsabers.
Like, on one hand, I think it's cool that they kind of like took that criticism into account.
Yeah,
and on the other hand,
said they didn't intend on that, and they're
okay.
Okay, well, and apparently they fixed it.
Okay,
so yeah,
if
you look at images of lightsabers, they're kind of white in the middle, and then the color.
I guess that's true.
So, yeah, this is something you just. As much as you pay attention to little details and things, that's like one of those things that you could just miss, you know? Yeah. Or the lighting effect you didn't realize was like throwing it off and no one really noticed, right?
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Because it just glows and looks cool and you're hacking guys and shit, and it's like, oh, the white glow's missing.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's an okay fix.
As long as they're not, just fixing shit because the babies on the internet were like crying about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I first saw this story, that's what I thought it was. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, great. And it's like, no, they made it better, or they made it proper.
All right.
And they reacted like very fast, so that's good.
That's acceptable.
Awesome. I'm really excited for that game. Can't wait to play it.
Bird.
Remember last week or the week before when we were talking about PlayStation Plus games?
Yeah.
And how Sony pulled like the carpet out on Konami.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Konami is like, don't blame us, man. We had nothing to do with it. That was Sony's call.
Huh.
So I guess people, I think people attacked Konami, or just were like, what the hell, Konami? And
probably,
because we didn't do that. Wasn't us.
That shit happens all the time.
But apparently they re-added it or something.
Yeah, I saw something about that. Like you could still
Cheeks
download
posted
it or
on
something?
Cheeks posted on the Discord that it was available. So I think they like re-added it. Or added it cool. Back. I don't know. I didn't actually have time to look at it.
It was a soccer game. I didn't care. But
hey, it's one of the most played games in the world.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying it was like, I like playing soccer. I just don't like playing it on a video game. That's all.
Yeah, and I can't find.
Come on, look faster.
Trying to find a story here, but I can't type.
Fail. I'm tired of moving on.
Okay.
Want to know what it's like to be at E3?
No.
Well,
E3 sucks.
Danny O'Dwyer and the NoClip team have put together a rad video showing like the inside of the show, sort of what it used to be like, what it is like now. He did a wicked job. It's a long video. It's on YouTube. If you go to the
it's like an hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, man, he goes into all kinds of cool stuff here. So obviously links in the show notes, but go check it out. It's a really cool watch. It's like I said, he goes into all kinds of. He interviews lots of cool people from a lot of the different outlets, especially some of the guys and girls that have been going there for a long time, which is pretty cool. Apparently, like, he's been wanting to do this video for a while, and it's sort of kind of made sense, and he managed to get everything to kind of line up now, and apparently it's worked out really well. So definitely give that a check if you're interested in that kind of stuff. So word.
Yeah, that video, that's basically like my E3, that video.
Sure.
If you want to feel like what it's like for E3 for me, that's basically, that video covers it pretty good. Except for I don't do anything. I just get to go see all the cool stuff and then talk about it on a podcast. I haven't watched the video, but I assume it's a lot like how our PAX goes, going from meeting to meeting and behind the scenes and the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I will watch it later.
Absolutely.
I've always thought about personally making a video like that. Like, this is what it's like to go to PAX. Like, for people who are like,
that'd be fun.
Like, people are like, what's PAX? This is PAX. This is why it's awesome. This is why you should come to it. So
we should. That'd be fun.
I'm sure he's not the first to make a video like this, but with the no clip level of quality, I'm sure it's an awesome video.
I think it's neat too because he does kind of go into, like I said, some of the more historic stuff with people that have been going there a long time, which I think is rad. Because there's a few people out there that have gone to every one. I know, like, Jeff from Giant Bomb has gone to every one. I know who's the head editor at Game Informer. He's gone to every one as well.
Andy Nakamura?
Yep, Andy McNamara. Yep. Which is pretty rad.
Keely's been everyone.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a few people in the industry that have...
So I found that thing that Cheeks posted in our Discord.
About time, jeez.
It's some bonus for the My Club mode in Pro Evolution Soccer, so it's not the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I don't know, free crap for their stupid crap mode.
So in other words, nobody cares.
Pro Evolution is $77 in the store, and that was going to be the free game? Woo. Wow.
It's pretty pricey.
Well, I guess it came out it's a year old almost. It came out in August last year. Division 2 free update is coming out. It's like the first of the big, or also the first of the big updates is coming as well, I believe.
Right.
I don't know if this is it. One of the biggest parts of the roadmap for Division 2's updates.
This is part of the episodic content that they promised at the beginning, right?
Games First Raid. This update,
Episode 1.
They're saying they're bringing matchmaking to the raid.
Interesting.
Because they didn't have that. There's new missions and a new mode called Expeditions. And that'll be a new difficulty for the game's first raid as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, another game I need to get back to. God damn it.
I need to finish the damn story in that game.
I have finished that story and I am in the end game grind, but see, I really like the Division. The problem is
there's all these other games and you end up playing Destiny 2.
It's not just that there's all these other games.
You only have time for one games forever game.
I love Division 2, but all the armor and gear and stuff is it's so throwaway. Like, none of it is so amazingly unique, like an exotic weapon in Destiny that's like different mechanics or like game changingly different.
Yeah, but I feel like even those in Destiny are so throwaway because they're cool for like a week or two, and then some other new shit comes out, and then it's like, oh, well,
we just discovered
another new
discovered
we gotta
a
go
gun
get it now.
No, literally, honestly, we just discovered like one of the original Destiny 2 exotics is like amazing.
After
Never
you've
used
like
it.
leveled it up and boosted it.
No,
and
there's no
ate a
leveling
bunch
up
of
or
other
nothing.
crap,
It's just realizing a perk that it had makes like taking out trash mobs so effective.
right.
Like, just, I don't know, the stuff, that's what makes that game so bloody good to come back. It's just, anyway, we'll get to that.
I just feel like at the same time though, like I think it's hard to have multiple games forever.
No, it is fucking hard. You got to play
like,
Division 2 2 to 3 hours a day. You got to play Destiny 2 to 3 hours a day. You got to play freaking, what's another one?
Dauntless 2 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah, just.
But like, I feel like if you're gonna play one, you gotta kind of pick that one and be like, okay, this is gonna be my games as a service. I'll play these other. I'll play like a bunch of other stuff, but I'll come back to this one all the time, right?
Yeah,
which for you is Destiny 2, right?
You'll dabble. Oh yeah.
So like for me, like I'll probably finish the Division 2 story,
then go back, to
and then I
Dauntless.
might dabble here and there every once in a while, but I probably won't really play much more than that, right?
Yeah,
So.
Destiny's just been so good lately with the releasing like a new exotic quest weapon like almost every other week lately.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, wicked, an awesome weapon and a quest line, something to do. Let's do it. And then there's like a big prize at the end of the tunnel, end of the road, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of Destiny. This week in Destiny 2. The year 2 moments of triumph kicked off this week, as well as a new quest line for an old classic exotic Bad Juju. Another Destiny 1 weapon. But if you are unfamiliar, and sorry, Destiny haters, I'll try to keep it short and brief. At the end of every year since Destiny has come out, they have this period, which is like the next 3 months or 2 months till the end of August, until basically till Shadowkeep comes out.
Right.
It's the moments of triumph.
Oh, okay.
And they do this every year since the Destiny started.
Right.
And basically it's a bunch of stuff in game. It's like do the raid, get like high ranking in PvP, do these certain quest lines. It's a bunch of challenges.
And it earns you like in-game goodies, right?
Story missions. It's in-game events completed.
Right.
It's end-game stuff. It's exotic quests. It's a mix of basically all the content in the game.
Right.
And in the earlier years of this, you did them all, and you got a code that allowed you to purchase a T-shirt that you can get your name on it, right? Mm-hmm. On the sleeve, you get your character name or whatever account name on your sleeve,
right?
And you can only get this T-shirt if you completed all the triumphs.
Ooh!
So that was like the first couple of years. I think the third year they loosened it up a little bit, and that you don't have to get them all. You have to get.
So it looks like now.
Yeah,
you gotta complete 15 moments of triumph.
Yeah, 15 of 20 something, and you can get the T-shirt. So it's still hard because you got to do. To get there, you got to do a lot of the exotic quests, or at least in my situation, I've done like one of the raids.
Right.
So right now, I'm at 11 out of 11 out of 20 something that are available right now.
Okay.
And a bunch of them are ones that like I will tick off over the next few days. They're just stuff that I haven't done enough of.
Right.
And I don't know how far back they count the progress for some of those, but. I'll easily hit the 15, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get a T-shirt because, like last year when this came out, like we weren't playing Destiny 2 in the first year as much as this year. The Forsaken content and these season stuff have, I don't know, like it's been debatable in the heat of it. Sometimes I've been like, this content sucks because it's not like new story content and new continents and new story missions, but then. It's like there's been a lot of replayable, fun, like exotic quest lines and awesome weapons as rewards. It just keeps sucking us back in. So like I said, I'm almost. It just launched, and I'm like, literally 3-4 challenges away from the T-shirt. I'm actually looking at all the triumphs so far. I'm only missing, like, besides doing some missions, which will happen naturally over the next couple days or week. Right now, I'm really only missing the two other raids out of so I might.
Well,
I don't think I'm going to do them all. If you do them all, you get like a seal and a title. So like in World of Warcraft, like if you play World of Warcraft or MMOs, when you're a crazy person who plays way too much, you'll see your name hover above your head, but you'll also get a title.
Yeah,
and those were usually like, those are kind of like symbols for like achievements you've completed in the game, depending. And Destiny added those, I think, with Forsaken. Maybe they added it. I don't think they were there at the start of Destiny 2. I don't remember. I don't think so.
No.
I think it was a Forsaken thing. And there's a bunch, like, you know, whether depending on what kind of mode you play.
Right.
So if you get all the triumphs, you'll get the title and like a seal and whatnot. And you can actually order like a metal like badge of the seal for the moment of triumph if you do that, which I won't.
At least you say you won't now.
No, I know I won't, because I won't do the Crucible stuff.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You got to get like really high rank in Crucible, and I believe play some competitive and stuff. I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. But I got the new ship, and you know, the Sparrow as well,
right.
and the.
I'm not gonna lie. Since I bought the season's pass for like $15 or whatever it was the other day,
you haven't even played it.
I'm probably gonna have to be jumping in though.
Yeah, so
I see you guys playing, and it's like there's that little like itch in the back that's like, hey man, you should jump in. There's probably a whole bunch of new cool shit that you haven't seen since the last time you played.
Yeah, you should probably do the power level quest, and then you can actually do stuff with us. That would be not a bad idea, because it's a lot of fun.
So yeah, so I'll probably jump
so on top of this, they added a new exotic quest. They added a new there's actually like a trophy room.
I want to say they've done that before though.
Nope.
Like where you
Nope.
I remember teleporting in the original Destiny into some fucking room, and it had like pedestals with all my like stupid shit on it that I had done, and it was like, oh, you'd walk over to it, and it would be like,
I think you're thinking of the Iron Lords expansion, and was that Destiny 1?
I'm pretty sure.
You played Destiny 1, right?
Yes.
That was on PS4, right?
Yes. You and I played a bunch of Destiny 1 together.
That had like something like that, kind of. This is like a Callus, the big Cabal like baddie. Yeah. He's basically built like a Triumph Hall for you. No, apparently it's like a shooting gallery. Like it has a bunch of stuff you do, like for tons of materials, and like basically it's designed to empty your bank account of all your materials and all your stuff,
right?
Which is another level of grindiness. But it's like something people have wanted for a long time, like the ability to test weapons and stuff.
That's cool.
And like it's like you're building up this vault of like your accomplishments and stuff. It's kind of neat. Sweet. And there's some secrets. It just launched, so not everyone knows really what's going on in there. And there's the new Bad Juju weapon quest as part of all that stuff. So that's it. This is enough for Destiny 2. Some cool stuff added. Back to podcast. Cuphead is coming to Netflix as an animated series. This is kind of pleasant surprise.
This is rad.
The day before. So this is coming from the Netflix animation studio.
Yep.
Studio, what are they? MDHR, what are they called?
Oh, sure. Put me on the spot like that.
It's here, isn't it? The guys who make Cuphead.
You're the one that played Cuphead.
I know.
Why are you asking me?
I can't remember their stupid symbol right now, and I can't see in this story where their name is. Anyway, the game makers are not making this series because they're busy, obviously working on the now.
It's called the Cuphead Show,
the new delayed expansion to Cuphead. But yeah, it's going to come out. It doesn't say when it's going to come out. Did they? They just kind of announced it.
No, apparently Dave Wason, who did Mickey Mouse shorts, and Cosmo Sergeson, who did Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling, are serving as the executive producers alongside the game's creators Chad and Jared Moldenhauer.
Listening to another podcast.
Oh.
Gary Whitta has a friend who works at Netflix, apparently, or works adjacent to this animation studio.
Okay.
And from what he said, that she said, that it looks pretty freaking cool.
That's awesome.
That's going to be pretty neat. So
that's cool. Right on.
That is neat.
Very sweet.
This next story, I'm just going to pretend like I know what is going on because I have no idea. This is all you, Dane. You're the resident AMD expert.
It's not so much AMD. I mean, this story is particularly AMD. So, we talked a little bit about it last week. That because last week we talked about NVIDIA announced all the new GeForce Super line of cards. So they announced the 2060 Super, the 2070 Super, and then they released those cards with benchmarks. So those cards actually got into the hands of the people in the know.
Yeah,
they were allowed to run
look at
through
these
tests.
benches. They got marks on them.
We haven't been able to see. They haven't released the 2080 Super yet for benchmarks.
Because they don't want to blow everyone's minds.
Well, we already know it's going to slot in between the 2080 and the 2080 Ti, so that's kind of gives you an idea. But meanwhile, AMD, so they announced back at CES and then again at Computex, and then they talked about their RX 570 and the RX 570 XT at E3. And they kind of already said, like, hey, this is going to be the price. This is going to be kind of what we're, the Radeon or the Radeon RX 5700.
The AMD press conference.
Yep. And they were saying, like, the 5700 XT we're saying is going to be a little faster than a 2070. And the idea is that the 5700 was going to be faster than a 2060. And then, of course, NVIDIA released the super cards, which kind of threw everything a little bit out of whack. But that said, the crazy thing is that then AMD came along and was like, psych, and they dropped the prices on the cards, which is rad. So now essentially the 5700 is the same price as a 2060, and the RX 5700 XT is the same price as a 2060 Super. Now, the crazy thing is that the RX 5700 XT is generally, speed-wise, sits more like in between the 50s or the 2070 and the 2070 Super. It's kind of fits in between the two of them. But the thing is that it costs significantly less than a 2070. And in fact, it actually costs the same amount as a 2060 Super. So you're getting a significant bang for buck. So right now, this thing has kind of come out and, preliminary benchmarks are out. You can go read about them all over the internet. I won't get into super crazy detail here, but ultimately the price on that card is $399 American for the 5700 XT, which is, like I said, the same price as the 2060 Super, and the price on the 5700 is $349 American or US dollars, which is again the same price as the 2060. Now, the 5700 vanilla is quite a bit faster than a 2060 for the same amount of money, which is great. But I think for me, the real surprise was the fact that the 5700 XT is about the same cost, is about the same performance, or in fact a little bit faster than a 2070, but at $150 almost less. At least here in Canada, the 2070 vanilla is still selling for like $600. Meanwhile, or $659 was the cheapest one that I saw when I looked this week, whereas the 5700 XT is selling for $519 Canadian. Now that's over that's almost $150 difference, which is crazy and awesome for the fact that you're getting more performance, which is cool. So competition is rapid and awesome, and it works out for all of us. Now, I know, Rick, you were asking me, yeah, but what about the ray tracing? It does not have ray tracing.
Ray tracing, man? That's the ray tracing's all the fad. All the video games need the ray tracing.
For sure. So the 5700 cards do not come with ray tracing. One could then argue, depending on your thoughts on it, my thoughts on it are that the first generation cards of ray tracing cards, so the 2060, the 2070, and the 2080, ray tracing is borderline useless in all of them. So yes, these cards don't have ray tracing, but if you can't really use ray tracing because it's too much of a hit on the card in the first place, does it really matter? I guess is kind of my question. So they have more or less
screenshots with it.
Yeah, exactly. So like AMD has said, like the cards coming out next year. So essentially the refresh of these cards. So Navi, whatever they're going to call it, the 6700 or the 50 whatever series. They have said will be coming with hardware ray tracing, and hopefully by then, not only will developers have sort of figured out a bit more on how to build for ray tracing. Hopefully, their drivers and various other things will kind of be in a better place to helpfully use ray tracing a little bit better without taking such a hit.
It seems like we're not ready for it. It's something they want to do.
No, it's totally what it is, right? It's exactly what it is.
It makes me concerned about, like, with ray tracing and its performance. Well, the next Xbox and PlayStation are supposed to have ray tracing.
Sure.
But they also don't have 2080 RTXs in them. They're going to have something custom that isn't as powerful. And if the RTX 2080 can't run a game at 4K with ray tracing at an acceptable frame rate, how the hell are these next consoles supposed to do? It's like the same thing like when PS4 came out and they still couldn't do 1080p 60.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, but now it's ray tracing is going to be the thing that's going to F the performance on these next consoles?
Yeah, like I've said before when we've talked about on this show, 4K is a lot harder than people realize. Like the Xbox One X,
and the PS4 Pro still struggle to deliver native 4K.
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
60 FPS.
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
barely any games that run at that resolution and frame rate.
Yeah.
without trickery. And if they do run at 4K, they do 30 frames a second.
Because you look at, like, I ask you, just go look at any of the benchmarks for the 5700 series and these other cards. They almost all have 2080 Ti benchmarks in them. And at 4K, even that card with the fastest CPU on the market struggles to do 60 at 4K. Now, part of that, I will say, like, part of it on the PC is the fact that you do have a ton of overhead. So, like, consoles, you don't have
more
nearly
effects
the
on
overhead.
the PC versions.
Yeah,
bigger textures.
Sure. Yeah. So, like, on the console, though, you have a dedicated machine that is only built for that, and so you can do more with less because it's dedicated hardware and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think that 4K is hard. I think it takes a lot more power than people realize. And the fact that they want to also add ray tracing into the mix, I have a sneaky suspicion that what we're probably going to see is we're going to be seeing a mix of hardware and software ray tracing, and it's probably going to be used.
It's going to be in limited use
for a lot of things. Yeah, it's going to be like,
it'll probably be like a cutscene thing. Here's these amazing cutscenes.
I also suspect that we'll see, because like the thing is with ray tracing is you can also do a lot of cool things that people don't necessarily know you can do. Like you can use ray tracing for audio, for example, and have like audio bouncing off of things
an expanded surround effect.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm going to rewind it a tiny bit. For those of you that don't know what ray tracing is, you know how in real life when you look at a puddle and depending on the angle of how you look on that puddle, you see a reflection of the environment around you. Video games fake that effect for the most part by just putting some random... There's a building texture, so it's like the environment's being reflected, but it's really not part of the real environment.
Yeah, they fake it.
They fake it. Ray tracing is like real life. It'll reflect light sources or surroundings from the in-game engine properly through, like, say, a puddle or other shiny surfaces or other light effects. Like, there's more to it than just that, but that's the easiest example of, like when you look at the scope at your guns in a game, it looks like it's reflecting the building around you, but really it's not. It's just like a static texture with like a reflection effect on it.
One of my favorite ways to explain it is, you ever been in your house on a sunny day and you see the light streaming through the window, but maybe it's dusty in your house and you see all the like dust particles in the air, but you can see literally the beams of light coming through the air? That is literally what ray tracing does. Is it essentially acts like it makes all of your light sources act like a sun. And so it's counting the rays of light in this case, and like what they're going to do. It's truly
rendering light sources as opposed to... It's all been fakery and trickery up until this point.
Yep.
It's like smoke and mirror tricks to simulate sun rays and all that kind of stuff. Now it's like, no, we're actually rendering true light source and reflection. And so
which is how you can have like essentially a sun, so that they could create like a sun, and depending on where that sun is in the sky, it would actually change how the lighting effects on everything would work. But again, it's incredibly computationally hard. Like they've been using ray tracing in animated films for years. That's partly why they look so amazing. But it's also why when they make a Toy Story 4 or when they make one of these movies,
days to render frames.
We're talking months. They'll finish doing like scenes, and then they'll send them to a render farm, and then those will then get rendered out over a period of like days and weeks and sometimes months, and then come back all finished, and then we watch it because it's been like pre-rendered, right? So this is all essentially doing that kind of stuff real time, which is why it's a huge like whoa.
I feel like true ray tracing is a generation or two away still.
Oh no, it absolutely is, because it's a mix of, you need a huge processor and you need also a GPU to combine and Voltron that shit and do it all, So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that these first couple generations, like like when the NVIDIA cards came out and they announced that they have ray tracing, they talked about what do they call it? Giga rays. And like how many giga rays, which is essentially how many thousands of rays
of light
in a scene their engine on that card could handle. And obviously the more the better. So like we're seeing games like Battlefield 1 and some of these games that do have ray tracing support. There's generally a sort of a slider, low, medium, high, sort of, to impact. Because that's the thing, is it has a huge impact on performance. To give you guys an idea, CD Projekt Red came out and said, like, at E3, the video or the footage that they released of Cyberpunk and what people were seeing,
what they were showing at E3, which we haven't seen yet.
Exactly, that was running on a 2080 Ti at 1080p ray traced. Now, they didn't say what frame rate that was, so I don't know if it was running at 100 frames. I don't know if it was running at 30 frames. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. But that kind of gives you an idea of, like, it's incredibly difficult to do. And so we're just finally getting into that. It's exciting. It's really cool.
It looks
but neat. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, on the next consoles and stuff, if we see ray tracing, like I said, used for... You could use it for audio. You could use it for...
Maybe we're going to get ray tracing cards. Remember, like, PhysX cards?
Totally. They're a little different. The problem with the PhysX stuff was that it still had to render all of those scenes.
Yeah.
So put a huge hit on your video card, which was, but yeah. So we're a little off in the weeds, but it's exciting stuff. But needless to say, like,
the AMD stuff's looking sexy,
now,
and the prices are dope.
That's the thing. Price to performance, it's a really, really like, we're talking significantly cheaper than a 2070, but also like 12 to 15% faster than a 2070.
Yeah, it can totally hang,
which is pretty rad.
So if you're in the market of building a new PC, building an AMD system is definitely something to consider.
Absolutely. They also released their new processors on the weekend, alongside of these video cards as well. Again, incredible price to performance. Like, they dropped a 12 core with hyperthreading chip for the same, I believe, for less money than the 8 core 16 thread chip from Intel. And they've done huge strides in actually getting their performance up to par, which is really exciting. I actually just had a friend of mine. He literally just today built a system with it. So I will be sort of following his journey along with that brand new stuff.
It's awesome. Intel and NVIDIA need some freaking competition because they've been so resting on their laurels the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
That's why my 1080 is still so good.
Yeah,
because
they didn't have any reason to not.
They haven't been pushed to do anything.
Absolutely. So this is, if at the very least, if anything, it's forcing Intel to drop their prices because they were way the hell up in the stratosphere. And the same thing with NVIDIA, right? Like they
my
announced,
1080 was $740 when I bought it. Expensive, but it was at the time the top tier card. Mm-hmm. The top tier card now in Canada is like $1,600 for a 2080.
Yeah,
it's fucking stupid.
That's a TI, but yeah,
it's still for the 2080.
Stupid. Yeah, no, it absolutely is.
The TI versions would have been like maybe a couple $100 more than the 1080 version, but like
and the
almost
other thing
double.
That puts it into a bit of a perspective is that they released the 2080. Double. They released the 2080 in Canada. It's like $1,200.
Yeah.
And it's roughly as fast as a 1080 Ti. That's the insane thing, right? So you're paying all that money, but you're getting performance that's on par with the previous generation.
You're getting the EP and bragging because you have the new number in your machine.
Pretty much. So if at very least AMD coming out and doing all this stuff is rad, because if you're interested, it gives you an opportunity to get a great bang for your buck.
Computer.
And also, at the very least, it forces NVIDIA to drop their prices and bring them down out of the stratosphere. Yeah. So either way, we win, right? So good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, back on track. Nintendo news.
Oh.
This morning we woke up to a nice little surprise. Surprise! Nintendo Switch Lite was announced.
Yes, it was.
Revealed. Will be released on September 20th. Is it $199 American, I believe? And $249 Canadian. It's as suspected and very similar to the
Vita
leaked images.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about the Vita, but sure.
Dude, how can you say this? This thing is like a Vita with a slightly bigger screen.
I guess it kind of looks like the Japanese colored Vitas. Okay, I'll give you that. It's a mobile Switch, dockless, does not play on the TV, does not have removable Joy-Cons. Comes in 3 colors.
I think this is great, and if people want to buy this, this is by all means, like, I could care less or whatever. I do find it amusing though that they're still I understand why, because it plays all the Switch games and stuff, but I do find it amusing because, like, isn't the whole idea behind the Switch name the fact that you can, like, dock it, play it on your TV, and then take it with you? Isn't that the Switch part of it? So you're literally called a Switch Lite that doesn't do any of that shit. This is literally fucking Game Boy 3.0. Like, that's what this is.
This is the 3DS's nail in its casket.
Totally. This is them saying we're only going to make, like, we're not going to make a Game Boy Advance 2 or a whatever a Super Switch. This is totally
This is
their
their handheld.
Yeah, this is just going to be their handheld from
no
here on.
Pro model to everyone's.
At least not yet, anyways.
Yeah, that's and rumors say that it's not coming this year. If it is, but it's definitely this is the only new Switch for this year from trusted sources.
So it looks like it has a slightly smaller screen, 5.5 inch versus 6.2. Same resolution though, so it will be a little bit crisper on the smaller screen.
Longer battery life.
A little bit. I was surprised that the battery life wouldn't have been higher, honestly. Like they're saying approximately 3 to 7 hours depending on the game. And whereas the Switch, they say it's 2.5 to 6.5 hours. I would have thought like by... Because that's the other thing is they've said that there's no HD rumble, there's no IR sensor in the controllers. So you've essentially hollowed out a ton of stuff in those controllers. I would have thought you could have put a bigger battery in that thing and got an extra several hours out of it.
It's a little lighter.
Yep.
It handheld.
It apparently doesn't dock. Does not support output to a TV.
That's I find that weird that you can't output it to a TV. That just seemed. I guess they just really stripped all the unnecessary hardware out of this thing.
Yeah,
it does have the proper patented Nintendo like cross D-pad. Which is nice.
I'm a little choked that they're not gonna. They've come out and said that they are not going to be releasing Joy-Cons with this D-pad, which I'm a little bit bummed about because that would be friggin' awesome.
They got to save it to next year.
Oh,
for the Switch
fucking
Pro.
Nintendo.
It's kind of cute though, looking at it side by side to the Switch.
Yeah, one of the people that got hands-on with it already said that if you take a regular Switch and you remove one of the Joy-Cons, that's roughly the same size that this is now.
Like, to be honest, I have almost played my Switch, like 95% of its life has been played in handheld mode. I have the dock. It's hooked up to my TV, but it just... If I'm at home, I usually find I'm playing my PC or my other consoles because I play my Switch on lunch breaks and between jobs and whatnot out on the road because that's what it's kind of one of its big strengths, right?
Yeah.
So this device makes sense. And it makes sense you don't want to give the kid the $400 system. You give them the cheaper one that's not going to break. And people know from seeing online and in experiencing themselves that dropping the Switch can end up breaking the freaking track that the Joy-Con slide into. Like, that's common if it gets dropped. Right. Or the Joy-Con breaks and you just get a new Joy-Con. But either way, this is definitely something that's more comfortable for people to give to the little ones. And, with this, you can play this on the road and keep your other Switch in its dock connected to the TV all the time. I'm not going to lie.
You'll buy one.
I don't need one. Buy one. I don't need one at all.
You'll buy one with... They've announced that they're releasing the specific Pokemon versions of these things. And you're totally going to get one of the Pokemon versions. Let's be honest.
Yep. That's it.
You're totally going to do that. You probably already got one pre-ordered or as soon as you can.
I don't think you can pre-order it yet. Not in Canada. But let's be honest. I'm probably going to get one of these stupid things.
No, not probably. You're going to fucking get one. Anybody that listens to the show knows that you've already got one. No, absolutely not.
That Pokemon one does look pretty good. That's our next story.
It does. It does look good. It's a cool, it's got the blue and the pink and it's got kind of like a white color and it's got the cool Pokemon sketches on the back. It's a nice looking console for sure.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny that this thing is literally a fucking Vita though. But the Vita had a higher resolution screen how many years ago now?
Did it really?
Yeah, the Vita's got a 960 by... what is it? Damn it. It's a 960 by something screen. It was higher than 720p.
Yeah, but the Switch pushes more pixels than the Vita did. Does. Switch games look way better than the Vita games.
Yeah, because it's got more horsepower, dude. Yeah. The friggin' the the Vita came out in 2012.
Yeah,
like
the Vita was awesome, but it was just like it just needed a little bit more oomph. Like if we got our Vita 2,
so 720p, right? That's what the Nintendo Switch screen is. The display on the Vita is 960 by 544.
Yeah, the Vita looks nice. The games that are made specifically for that hardware look fantastic.
So, yes.
The Vita was a great system. They should have made a Vita too. Looking on a couple Canadian sites, there's no pre-orders for...
No, I didn't think it was... It's coming out November 8th for $200. Does that even include did it say that it also includes a copy of Pokemon Sword and Shield, or is it just the Switch?
I'm reading that
It doesn't...
now.
Oh, it doesn't. It's right here. Unfortunately... This is just a new color scheme. It doesn't come with Pokemon Sword and Shield bundled or preloaded as currently listed. That actually
they must have a bundle with it.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like you're going to buy the Pokemon version, but then you're going to... I wonder how many parents are going to go out there, buy this for their kids thinking like they got the Pokemon one and they don't have to buy the game now, and then... Yeah.
I'm really surprised that there isn't... a Link's Awakening version.
Yeah, you're right. Like a green one with like yellow buttons and stuff. Like that'd be pretty sweet. I'd buy that. Anyways, look at that Switch Lite. It's coming out. The Joy-Cons don't come off. It doesn't have HD Rumble. It's cheaper, slightly smaller, lighter, slightly bigger battery. And can't be docked.
It looks cute.
I mean, it does look...
It's exactly what we expected. The rumor photos were like right on the nose. Yeah. It was pretty obvious. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There wasn't much surprise. Pew, 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 pew. Tetris 99 is getting offline multiplayer mode in new DLC. So you can play with your friends. Yay.
That's... Okay.
This expansion, currently just called DLC 2, because that was part of that big block DLC, which was that, $10 add-on or $15 add-on they had a little while ago?
Sure.
I never bought it. I haven't touched Tetris 99 in a while. I missed out on that Game Boy skin, and then I was really upset about it. But yeah, it didn't make sense that there was no offline mode, or like you could only play the Battle Royale mode. It's kind of like Tetris Effect doesn't have like a local multiplayer mode.
Yeah, either. But you can't play Battle Royales offline. It's not like you can be like, I want to play PUBG offline. I mean, you can't do that either. This is no different. I don't understand why you would people just want a
classic, just play Tetris by myself mode.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's.
They got the single player modes earlier, CPU matches and marathon. That was that first DLC.
Mm-hmm.
The new DLC will allow for local multiplayer. Mode let you play offline with your friends and family. So it doesn't say how many players. So it's not like the Battle Royale mode, but it's a version of multiplayer. I assume it'll be that 2 to 4 player local multiplayer. That's pretty classic for Tetris.
Huh.
It doesn't say. It just says offline multiplayer. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be offline Battle Royale. You and 99 of your friends sitting in a room together.
Wow. Yeah, that would be kind of wild if it could do that, but...
This is a Switch. Come on.
Yeah.
Nintendo Online.
Yeah, no, it's a joke. I know.
Nintendo Online.
I know. You just say it and I just smile and laugh.
What's that? What's the word? What do they call that?
A joke?
No.
A funny?
No.
Nintendo?
There's a word for it.
I don't know.
It's like shit. Someone out there's like screaming right now.
All right. Well, good job.
Now I lost it. I had an aneurysm.
All right.
Whatever.
Moving on.
We got nothing for PlayStation or Xbox. They've both been canceled. They quit.
Wow.
They're
That would
like,
be weird.
Give it up to the Switch. No, there's just nothing really exciting.
It's the post E3
No, all
slump.
Let's be honest, all the cross-platform stuff minus the AMD crap applies to PlayStation and Xbox, right?
Exactly.
So sometimes they don't have their own exclusive stories for us to really dig into. No public service announcements. We know what's coming out for all the games with gold stuff and yada yada. It's the start of the month. It's a little early for all that stuff. That brings us to our free-for-all section.
Pew, 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 pew. No. Oh, sorry.
We don't have a jingle for free-for-all. 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 Free-for-all.
Really? Spider-Man theme?
Well, because we're going to talk about Spider-Man.
All right. Fair enough.
Maybe that's the free-for-all jingle will be the jingle of whatever we're going to talk about. That could get very difficult.
Oh, boy.
It kind of worked for that one. I don't just...
Yeah. All right.
Spider-Man, Far From Home.
I mean, did it work? That's debatable, but...
Shut up. It worked. Spoiler-sensitive ears avert now. Unless you want to stick around and listen to Dane's monitor story, you could probably say, for the most part, the show's over. Well, it's not over. It's not over.
That's cold.
It's not over.
Man, we listened to your monitor story that went on for weeks and weeks.
Well, you should have put the monitor story before the Spider-Man story. Now you screwed up.
I can make this happen if you want.
I'm just going to
I mean, now you got it out there. Now it's out there. Now people know. They want to know what's going on.
I'm going to protect everyone here.
I mean, the monitor, it finally happened. I pulled the trigger. I found one that was on a sweet deal. I've got it installed. I'm looking at it right now.
It's giant.
Unlike Rick, I don't have any fucking, weird issues with this little thing here and that little thing there. All the pixels are good. Knock on wood.
They better be good.
I'm a poet and I didn't know
Hey, man, when
it.
I bought my monitor for the amount of money I paid, I was putting up with no faults.
Nope, that's fair.
It took 3 monitors to get there, and we finally got there.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, even if I paid $200 for a freaking monitor, I ain't accepting one with a single dead pixel. I'm sorry.
No, that's like I said, it's all good. So I ended up with an LG. It's a little bigger than I was looking for originally. It's actually a 32-inch.
Yeah, it was a 32.
Yeah, I was looking for a 27, actually. I wanted FreeSync. I wanted...
high frame rate?
Yeah, I like essentially anything over 120
or high
hertz.
Sorry.
Yeah, was what I was looking for.
High refresh rate, not frame rate. Duh.
Yes, and I didn't want a TN panel. I was willing to accept a VA panel or an IPS, preferably an IPS, but I did end up going with a VA panel. As of right now, I've had it for literally 4 hours at this point, and seems pretty good. Pretty happy with it.
It looked nice in the picture.
Yeah, it's
makes
big.
a nice monitor.
It's a lot bigger than I anticipated it to be. I got it on my desk here, and I was like, "Shit,
it's gonna be easier on your eyes.
Barely fits."
You're getting older. You need the bigger screen.
So yeah, it's 1440p. So I didn't go 4K because I did want the higher refresh and stuff, and 4K. I also wanted my video card to be able to actually run it.
4K in PC land is stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
4K monitors suck. Well, they don't suck. There's good 4K monitors, but they're fucking $2,000.
They're
like
insanely expensive. Yes. So I will obviously have another check-in after I've actually had some time to play some stuff and try out FreeSync and all that fun jazz.
Literally,
but
to drive, I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. To drive a 4K HDR PC monitor with G-Sync or FreeSync, you literally need like a $1,500 video card plus the two. Like, it's like $3,500 for a 4K monitor, and that's, let's be honest, is a 27-inch or a 32-inch monitor. We're not talking 55-inch screen.
No.
Like that's
35
more
maybe too.
That's
if
more
you wanted to go ultra wide.
That's more expensive than buying like an OLED, like a high-end LG, just to do 4K on PC. That's pretty dumb. When you could just output your PC to like a nice TV. So like, why?
They're different things.
They are different, but you can...
I'll tell you right now, like the now that we're off in the weeds anyways.
The refresh rate
let's
is
get into
high
this.
on a TV, of
That's
course.
the thing. The refresh rate is so much higher on a monitor. Also, the input lag compared to a TV versus a monitor is insanely, like one of them we're talking like 30, 40 milliseconds. The other one we're talking like 1 to 5. Like it's
Those
like the quality of those panels
are lower, aren't they? The LG ones?
The input lag is still so much higher than a monitor.
Oh, of
like
course.
This is partly why, people are like, oh, why can't I just use my 4K TV as my monitor? There's reasons why, let's just say.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it ends up costing money. That's what it comes down to. So,
like I said, get a fancy 4K TV output to it for an acceptable experience, which you can use for your TV, which you can use for your consoles, and still have a decent, nice price monitor.
The other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that up until very recently, the DisplayPort and the HDMI standards, neither one of them could run 4K monitors higher than 60 hertz. They just didn't have the bandwidth. So now that they've actually released newer versions of HDMI and newer versions of DisplayPort, they can actually push past the 60 hertz at 4K. So there was also that limitation.
You can get the 120 or higher now.
144. But then, again, what's the point in having a monitor that can display 144 hertz if you don't even have a video card that can run games at those types of speeds? Like, if you don't have a video card that can run 60
like even the 2080 Ti can't run something at 144 frames at 4K.
I mean, maybe Counter-Strike, but
that's
something like that.
Game.
But that's my point, right? Like, you're not playing the Division 2 at... Yeah. I mean, maybe if you had dual 2080 Ti's, I don't know.
Even
maybe.
that, probably not. Anyway, you got a new monitor. It's an LG. You're happy so far?
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't too expensive?
No, I got it on a smoking deal. It was over $230 off what it normally is. So that was partly why I was like, well, I wanted a 24, or 27, but the 32 is so much cheaper. So
didn't tick all the check boxes, but got you 99% of the way there.
That was the thing. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, it doesn't have HDR, doesn't have all that
compromise.
But all that stuff right now isn't there.
Sucks that PC monitors are so expensive to get what you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, to get, obviously the 27-inch Asus IPS panel with, 4K and 1080p, all the bells and doodads and doohickeys. Yeah, it's huge money. It's huge money. You want an HDR monitor, 27 inches, even not 4K, like you want a 1440p one, that's still $1,500 to $2,000. Like, they're very, very expensive. So yeah. So there you go. My monitor hunt has been completed. I will do an update next week just to let you all know how happy I am or am not with it after playing some games on it. So, and with that said, now we can get into Spider-Man.
Now you can stop listening to the show.
If you don't want any Spider-Man spoilers...
No, don't stop listening to the show. We're not going to spoil it. We won't go over anything that wasn't included in a trailer. So if you were so spoiler averse that you didn't watch trailers, maybe you don't want to listen to our Spider-Man chat. It's not going to be very long. We'll keep it short and sweet. Yeah, you have been warned.
All right.
And if you don't want to hear it, come back and listen to this after. You go watch it. Like, go now. Go watch it now.
What are you still doing here?
Yeah, seriously.
Go now.
Spider-Man, the first post-Endgame Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
Yeah.
Is here.
'Tis.
I enjoyed it. It was good.
I liked it.
It was a fun movie. I laughed out loud a lot.
Yeah, it had really good humor. I thought they did a really good job.
Had a pretty fantastic twist as well, which, remember a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Mysterio? Well, yeah.
I thought they did a really good job. I thought they did a really good job of making his character sort of believable for that universe and not cheesy, because that was what I was worried about.
Mysterio is looking at him through the comic pages and animated stuff. He's like magic and
Well, he's a special effects guy, right? Like he makes these weird illusions out of special effects and stuff, and I felt like that works well in the comics and it works well in the cartoons, but I wasn't sure how that was gonna move over to the big screen.
And he was kind of, I don't know, like Spider-Man has tiers of villains.
Yep.
I wouldn't say Mysterio is one of the A-tier villains of Spider-Man.
No, he's one of the older ones, though, definitely.
Yeah, he's like old school. Like,
yeah,
that's what made him kind of corny and cheesy, kind of like, especially like the freaking fishbowl head.
But I thought it worked. I thought they did a really good job of like writing it in. And
it was great.
Yeah, I thought
it was a fun story.
Really good job.
Spider-Man dealing with the stuff that happened in Endgame.
Yep, I thought they did. They handled that well with the things that had happened. If you haven't seen Endgame, I won't spoil it for you.
Still isn't out on video yet, so there's still some people who might not have seen it. Out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I would definitely say like I don't watch this before you've seen Endgame.
Yeah,
like
Nikki's,
that would be.
It's
that
funny.
Would be very
my
bad.
wife's mom came with us to watch it.
She hadn't seen Endgame.
She hadn't seen Endgame. She's like, "Oh, great. Well, hey, you wanted to come watch it?" Like, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to spoil anything. But yeah, she got spoiled on the big Endgame thing.
Right. That's too bad.
It had a neat storyline. They haven't. I don't think any of the MCU movies have really tackled the Spider-Man. Just he wanted a break from being a hero. Like he kind of wanted
to be normal,
to have a normal life for a little bit because of all the crap that just escalated with Endgame and just like end of the world weight on your shoulders. Like he's like, man, I just want to have a normal life for a little while. Like he literally wanted to take a summer vacation. He didn't want to take his suit. He didn't want to be Spider-Man. He just wanted to be Peter.
Wanted to be Peter Parker for a bit.
And a lot of this movie is him wrestling with that. And then like
what does it mean to be a hero?
Mm-hmm. And everyone like putting a weight on him because of the events of after Endgame, of course.
Yeah.
It was.
No, I liked it. I really dug it.
There's some amazing effects in it. I thought some really cool scenes.
Good cinematography as well.
It was a fun movie.
Beautiful locations and stuff.
It exceeded my expectations because, to be honest, I wasn't that excited for it. I was
excited because it's a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I'm like, it's another Spider-Man movie,
but
I think I was more excited for Homecoming.
Right.
And then it's like, no, they did it again. They made another rad movie. Is it the best Marvel movie? No, I honestly still think Endgame and Infinity War are some of the best Marvel movies. But they're
very good.
It's the second best Spider-Man movie. I need to watch Homecoming again, to be honest, because I remember.
I feel like I do as well.
I loved Homecoming the first time, and it's funny that Homecoming is so like hyped on the front page of Netflix right now. The last few days, if you log into Netflix, it's like Homecoming is like the thing. It's what auto plays right now.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
Little auto preview trailer. Homecoming was really good, and this movie was good too. But I gotta see Homecoming again. Go check it out. Like, let's be honest. If you listen to the show, you're probably going to go watch Far From Home.
I feel like it's worth seeing on a big screen. Like,
we saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, big, bombastic, great. Make sure to stick around.
There's
2.
I will say
end credit scenes. Like, there's one mid, and then there's one at the very end. So definitely stick around for all of it.
I will say that the end credit scenes in this movie set a new precedent for end credit scenes in terms of the holy shit factor and the length. They were really long. They weren't like little blippy, like haha, funny little cut scenes.
Yeah,
they were like full on, like longer, like story building scenes.
Yeah, I feel like if
up.
you didn't stick around to see the cutscenes at the end,
they're huge.
Like especially
they're
the first one is a huge bomb, and like you would go into another movie after this going like, wait, what the hell happened? Like you know what I mean? Like but seeing it
the
here,
mid credit scene is literally the true ending to the movie.
Pretty much, yep.
And then the after credit scene is the MCU bigger story arc setup.
Yes, totally.
So for the next phase, they're starting to allude to some of the direction they're going in, which was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah,
and literally, like, honestly, these post-credit, end-credit, mid-credit scenes have literally been, like, I swear, like 30-second or 1-minute things. These were literal, like, 5-minute, like, scenes almost. I swear to God, they seem
they were a good length.
They seem that long. Sure. They weren't, but they seem like it. Because the amount of storytelling that they added was like, it was more than the Avengers sitting down for shawarma.
Yes,
at the event,
which was fun, but it was definitely these you gotta stick around for. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty
exciting to see what happens in the next MCU movie, or obviously the next Spider-Man movie. What is the next MCU movie after this?
Is it Doctor Strange 2? I know there's a new Doctor Strange movie coming out.
You're the comic guy. This is your department. You're supposed to know this.
Oh, jeez. Man, next... All right, hold on. Next Marvel movie. We got this. We got Googles and everything. MCU. So we've got upcoming Phase 3 and 4. Let's see here. All right, Phase 3, 2019. We got Spider-Man Far From Home. And then apparently that's the only one as of right now. Come on. How old's this? Uh-oh. And then they're saying Phase 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And there's going to be a Black Widow film, a solo one.
Yeah, that's prequel.
Yeah, and then we do know that there is going to be... Oh, they're making the Eternals, apparently, as well. And we do know that there is a Doctor Strange 2 coming, but I don't know... It's interesting. This one, as of right now, it looks like...
That reaction of mine had nothing to do with what you were talking about. I looked up the new version of my monitor with HDR.
How much money?
$3,400.
Yep. That seems right.
200 hertz HDR, 1440p ultra wide. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? That is stupid. G-Sync HDR ultra wide, 200 hertz. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Wow. Sorry. So what was the answer to the question?
So, as of right now, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I'm trying to find what else there is, and there's definitely Spider-Man Far From Home begins, and that is kind of like the next phase, but as of right now, I don't know that they have announced at least a release date for... I don't think that they've announced any more release dates. So we know we know after that the next ones aren't coming out until 2020.
So that looks like Black Widow's the next one?
Yeah.
So that's not really going to carry this story when it's going to be a prequel.
No, also the other thing too is that now with the X-Men stuff coming into the fold, I don't know.
Oh yeah, they
if they're going to kind of
Disney canned like all the Fox stuff that wasn't already out pretty much, and stuff stuff in pre-production.
Oh yeah.
So that news.
So apparently
X-Men
there are
stuff
two
is
expected
done.
to come out in 2020.
You know what? They've got the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the Netflix stuff. So that stuff's going to be MCU level. So there might be some crossover with all that stuff, with the Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because that would definitely make sense. Oh, well, anyways. Yeah, that's it, Dane. I think we have a show. Episode 212 in the gigabits and in your hero holes. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around with us for the last hour and 50 minutes, plus or minus, depending on editing and how much pre-show stuff I cut out of this. You can follow me on Twitter at Rick F, no K, RICF.
You can always hang out with me on Twitter at Dane Cody, at DAYNECODY.
Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, yada yada. Facebook,
tell your friends,
Twitter, Instagram.
Stick it on their phones. Like a ninja. You could be a podcast ninja.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're Geekoholics everywhere.
Heck yeah.
And Geekoholics.com, of course. That's the easiest way to send someone to find our stuff. So, listen to just go to Geekoholics.com. There's links to subscribe to the show right there. It's really easy. Just do it. That's the easest way to share us. And of course, we talked about rating and reviews at the top of the show, so we have no need to go over that. Join the Discord, bit.ly/gap Discord. And until next week, I'm going to say we are out.
Go see Spider-Man.
Yeah. Peace.